With the release of many LEGO remakes, such as the Galaxy Explorer, the Lion Knight's Castle, the Forest Man's Hideout, the Blacktron Cruiser, a lot of people are really excited for what's next in LEGO. And I feel there's been one thing that LEGO's been neglecting: Blacktron 2. So I decided I'll just help LEGO out and make my own Blacktron 2 spaceship. So here is the Blacktron, whatever. I haven't given it a name. Let's start out with the buggy. This buggy was made by me. Everything here is custom except for this figure. But you can see that it's highly based on just more LEGO rovers the LEGO made for space, such as the one from the Galaxy Explorer. I included a couple references to it, such as using these big oversized tires, having these types of pieces here to hold some stuff, and having this little Technic hole in the back. So possibly you could attach other stuff to it. But I also added my own stuff, such as a flashlight on the front. And I added one of the ray guns, a custom one I made, to go with your Blacktron 2 figure, which I just used a regular Blacktron 2. So what he can do is he could sit down inside of his buggy and roll away. Underneath the buggy, you see I just added some simple white pieces to hold up the rest of the buggy. And yeah, honestly, this probably isn't the most impressive thing you've seen, but it did take me a while because of my limited pieces. I don't have as many pieces as I wish I could. However, you just got to deal with what you have. Here is the Blacktron ship, which I've officially named the Blacktron Raider, as most ships from the Blacktron theme are random names such as the Renegade, the Invader, and most recently the Cruiser. So I feel like the Raider is kind of what's next in line. So this isn't really based on any other set that I've seen. It may look similar to some, but it's literally just I just slam pieces together. And this little front right here is a printed piece. This isn't print. I printed this with my homemade, and I just used some double-sided tape. Was going to use a glue stick, but I decided I might use these curved pieces again, so didn't want to. I did put it on a little crooked. It's just kind of annoying me, but I can fix that. You see, I added a bunch of details up here, and these two pieces on the side were probably the best decisions I made with this whole ship, because now, look how bland that wall would be if it was just blank. I could have added some detail, but I'm glad I added what I did because this looks pretty good, and I've been trying to find a use for these pieces. So you can see the front of the nose of the ship is pretty sleek and made with bricks, and it's also only connected by 4 studs, which is probably a bad idea, but hey, who's here to judge me other than you guys, right? And by you guys, I mean the probably 3 viewers I'm going to get on this. On the back, you see I have 2 engines. If you remove this, you can actually close these, which has no particular use and was only there by design flaw and not there on purpose. But, I mean, if it works, it works. As you can see, we got 2 thrusters back here to kind of help the ship glide. I didn't add any wings to this ship because I felt it wasn't needed, as other spaceships haven't used wings, such as the Blacktron Cruiser, the Blacktron Invader. And so I feel the Blacktron Raider doesn't need it. I mean, technically, the Cruiser and the Invader do have wings, but, like, those are foldable, and you don't always use them. So, I guess this is kind of just, You may be wondering what these little bits are. Now, this is here for a special reason, because I'm going to make a Blacktron base using 2 base plates, right? I'm gonna make a Blacktron base, and it's gonna be able to, like, slide. Oh, shoot, just dropped a piece. Of course I did. As I was saying, I'm gonna build a giant Blacktron base, and it's gonna have some plates, 1 or 2 plates right here, to line up so it could slide in and kind of be like a little aircraft carrier. Kind of like Jay's mech in the Ninjago movie, if you saw that one. Which, by the way, a lot of people are hating on the Ninjago movie, which I get why they do it, as they didn't use Lego bricks everywhere, and also they didn't use the same voice actors, and also it's like literally not connected at all to the show, and it just wasn't the best. But honestly, if you just look at it from a standalone perspective, it's kind of a good movie. I feel like it doesn't deserve all the hate it gets, but enough about Ninjago. This is Blacktron. this windshield right here isn't really connected. I thought I had the piece to connect it, but it turns out I just didn't. So, I guess it's just popping off. I mean, if I'm able to, like, slide it in here, and it still fits and it won't fall off, I think that's a win. So, let's go. But if you look in there, you can see it's pretty bland in here. You've got a little control panel. Nothing else, really. There's nothing too special in here. I got some bricks to cover up some of the gray that I used, because I just used a giant gray base plate underneath there. And you see I have this little box right here, which I'll show you what that's for later. Now, these two gray plates here are to specifically hold this. And, yeah. And now, you can also take your Blacktron figure, place them in there, and there we go. Now, you got your own little ship. And now, that box in there actually leads back here, which I'm pretty sure you saw it when I was doing in engines. And you pop it out, and there you go. You get some materials. Now, I couldn't find a white door, so I just had to use a transparent one, because it was the closest to it. And honestly, I think it looks better, because now you can actually, because now you can actually see the materials. And the reason I use so many is because you can't really hear it. I mean, you can still hear it, but you can't really hear it. So, yeah. If you turn this over, you can see how this is kind of built. It's pretty bland, if you ask me. Now, like I said, I used a giant gray base plate, so this goes from here to here, and all the way to the end of this. Which, that's how big that is. That's what she said. No. But, yeah. And also, I just used some minifigure series base plates right there. I didn't give it any landing pads. One, because I couldn't carry too much, and also because, like I said, the aircraft carrier. So, yeah. That's it for this MOC review. Hopefully, in the future, I can create more MOCs. And honestly, this is probably my favorite one that I've ever created. Even though I have a whole moon base outside of my bedroom that I built, I still think this is probably my favorite, just because of how random and how good this actually looks. I really like it. Now, my original plan for this was to have like a whole bit back here that I could store this, kind of like in the Galaxy Explorer, which is the whole reason this is here. I just didn't want to break it down. Now, I couldn't do that because I didn't have pieces. Specifically in white and black. I only had, like, I had a bunch of, like, yellow pieces, which I could make a Blacktron 1 base, but I don't want to because I kind of suck at making bases. I also kind of suck at just building in general. I'm surprised I managed to make this look so good. But let me know what you think about this. And you know what? If this video gains me 50 subscribers and I get 30 likes, I will try and make instructions. It's not a guarantee. I don't have all the time in the world. You know what? Forget I even said that. I'm not even going to be able to do that. So, but if you still could, just subscribe. It's literally free. And it does nothing to you. If anything, it helps you see some stop motions I make, MOC reviews, or just random videos I feel like posting. So yeah, that's it. Bye.